Good day. How you doing? Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on on social media. Before I continue, I got a chop up gonna be happening at 6:35 tonight Eastern Standard Time again, 6:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna chop it up on the Darks Roundtable. Brother Broke Genius, he gonna chop it up with me on the Darkness Roundtable, 6:35 tonight. 6:35 tonight. I want you to go. I want you to go. It's gonna be epic. I want you to go come through on that. All right. All right. And also to my underrated one family, thank y'all. The ones that day one along the way, thank y'all so much. Very much appreciated. Thank y'all so much from the bottom of my heart to be rolling with me throughout the years. And let's keep on seeking that truth and stand on it. Let's keep on fighting for that righteous chip. Also, shout out to the LDBC that stands for Lions Den Boxing Community. Shout out to the brother, sister there. And also pay homage to them. Brother of 78 Sports TV, the one started. Shout out to the general. So shout out to y'all, my brothers, sisters, LDBC, and I've been rolling with them throughout the years, and I'm still rolling with them right now. LDBC all day. Y'all loyal like that. Sometimes people trying to take my loyalty, I put them in a place, you know. I had to put that out. Also, hashtag TWT family. All right, hashtag TWT family. Doing a great job. That's a great movement. I'm part of that too. Thank y'all. Very much appreciated. And family and but shout out to hashtag TWT face. Keep up the great work. And brother G5 and his significant one, Sister Quickly has started it. So great. So shout out to y'all. It's some sad news. Yesterday that I'm gonna say the late great O.J. Simpson, halfback. He played for Buffalo Bills. And he retired as San Francisco 49er. But before them, he played for USC. He won the Heisman Trophy back in '69. I know a lot of people that wants to say anything about him. Even mainstream media, the space, but he got acquitted with all them charges. And there are people was stealing the stuff that he earned. And like I said, good old USA. Good old USA. But we're gonna celebrate his life. He went on to do some great things, I forgot the name of the podcast, so excuse me. He been on with Cameron and Brother Cameron and Brother Mace. Solid job, Know his football too. Know a lot of things and everything. And a lot of people just want to throw stones, but he paid, And over here, we celebrate the life. Like last year when Kevin Samuels passed. A lot of people they wasn't. I ain't keep. People say, "Oh, you ain't care for Kevin Samuels," but he's still a man, still a human being, and he's to be respected. I don't have a problem with that. So you got some people throwing stones and wish. That glad he died. And he got. Shout out to 7A Sports TV. He did something for the brother. Salute to brother 7A Sports TV. They want him to die. They glad he did and all this. But he got acquitted, right? and go on, set him up for his own stuff. They stole his own stuff and set him up. But I don't see y'all mainstream media say anything about that. Y'all ain't say nothing about that. But he went on his life. He took care of his kids. But he left his wife. That's not our business. You know? That is not our business. But so far I know, he took care of his kids. And the kids love him. So whatever they had with their father, fire with them, that's not our business. It's their business. And sometimes we gotta check ourselves. Because sometimes years ago I used to get caught up, you know, but I should know better because I was raised right. So at the end of the day, people could cringe all you want to about, oh, that's your opinion. But the life is gone. The kids have to suffer now. So this is what I'm saying. Let's send our prayers up to his family because they're going to need it. Because this is not the time casting stones or pointing at each other. Oh, look at it. Because you don't want that. You don't want nobody to do that to you. And trust me, karma know the way how to make you understand. And I don't want to be part of that karma because I know what it's like. Lost. I lost 2 within a month and a half of 2009. Our family did. And it's painful. And it's painful. And along the way, y'all know what I'm talking about. O.J. Simpson had lived his life the way that he wants to. And the only person he got to answer is to God. None of us. I was going to put a certain good evening. So I said, no, let me give the man, because I've been giving the flower to O.J. Simpson anyway. But hey, I'm gonna give you last flowers to you, brother. Thank you to electrify our lives. And Buffalo Bills Electric Company. People can say all they want to. He was one of the best. He was one of the best players in the 70s, hands down, of football, and did it consistently. So now he did something in 1995. Oh, we're gonna throw it away. No, that's what I always tell people. You gotta be careful what you're saying. You gotta be very careful what you're saying. So on this channel, we're gonna celebrate the life of the late great O.J. Simpson. Oh, yes, we are. Because we all have flaws. We all have imperfections. So this is what I'm saying. Pump the brakes. Look at yourselves and look at your family. Look at your friends. Look at your work, who you work with. Pump the brakes. He passed away of prostate cancer. And that's for us as black men, that's killing us throughout the years. And it seems like the years and years get more and more and more. So we got to get checked out. Shout out to Brother 7A Sports TV. Shout out to you. He say that. So shout out to you to say that, Brother 7A Sports TV. Salute to you, K Dolphin. So we have to understand, if you want to come and let me know. If you're not, no problem. But again, at 6:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, I will do a chop up with Brother Broke Genius at 6:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So y'all come back for that. Most likely, I'm gonna put the link in a few minutes. That's at 6:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, OJ, yeah. The juice, man. The original juice. I used to watch OJ when I was little. I said, OJ. You know, they said, look at him. He got over the system, but he was a charismatic brother. You know, maybe he made some decisions about our community and stuff. You know, yeah, you know. But he was a charismatic person. People say all they want. He did it his way. You know, yeah. People said, "Oh, look what happened. He did this." Like I told people, be careful. Been in commercials and stuff, and you know, he making other when he had commercials of other products, he take that to great heights in them products, make them make billions of dollars. Let's talk about that. In every commercial I see, he's making money, and in the movies he was in, he was pretty good. He was a pretty good actor. Let's talk about the life. Because anybody can talk about what's bad, you know. That's that's a given, you know. So let's talk about the life. And hold on, family. And the good thing about we can pull up. See how he dominated the game. Oh, I forgot to say this. He was an excellent broadcaster. Know the game well. Excellent broadcaster. One of the top. It was the top of the broadcast that we were doing. Celebrate the life, man. Celebrate the life. So while we continue, before I forget, I want to share this. I'm gonna share this. This is this tonight at 6:35 to chop up, so y'all can have it. But yeah, we gonna celebrate the life. Celebrate the life, y'all. I'm telling you. I see. And wherever he comes, he just light up the room. Light up wherever he at. Light up the room wherever he goes. And and he was very accessible to people too. You know? Very accessible to people. So There it is right there. That's gonna be tonight at 6:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would chop it up with the one and only broke genius. So he'll ask some questions, gonna ask me questions. So watch out for that. But hold on, family. Sorry about that, family. Somebody knocked on the door. They try to like talk to me, so I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I really apologize for that. But like I was saying, that there are people that was in worse stuff. Man, Owen was in worse stuff than O.J. Simpson, and y'all praise him. Y'all praise him. Y'all praise them, and y'all keep on praising. And they do horrific, worse things that allegedly the late great OJ did. Allegedly. But these are the people had done it and proven guilty, and y'all still want to roll with that. Y'all hypocrites, especially your mainstream media. Y'all hypocrites, and even people following y'all hypocrites. Y'all hypocrites. But over here, we're gonna celebrate the life. D, what's good? Anybody that wants to come up, y'all can let me know. But I have to get off because I have to do another live at 6:35. I do another live, but if you want to come up, let me know. I'll put the link out. See, you want to come up, you can. But we're gonna celebrate the life of O.J. Simpson. And I know people had their feelings about O.J. Simpson, and that's yours, but we're gonna celebrate the life over here. The juice. Yo, he ain't great. What you told me? He was great in cars and great in pros. You know what I'm saying? Even like I said before, he was great doing broadcasting. Like I said before. Yeah, much condolences to the family. We're gonna dedicate this live to the late great OJ Simpson family and friends. We're gonna dedicate this live to them because it's gonna be a hard road. It's gonna be a hard road, and so we're gonna celebrate the life. No, and people talk all they want to, but well, anybody that passed away, you know, of your family, you want somebody to remember them like that. And but again, um, you see, hold on. Like I said, you see the link inside the chat. That I will do a chop up with brother Broke Genius. That's on 6:30. That's 6:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. So I want you to pay. I want you to pay. I want you to go and check that out. That's gonna be 5:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But now we're gonna celebrate the life of O.J. Simpson and y'all. Like CD, if you wants to come up, feel free. You feel free. You can come up. Anybody. I was giving the brothers flowers then. I'm giving the brothers flowers now. I remember Okay. I remember he was he came to New York. This I was a teenager. And he was having a the link is in the chat, brother. Or you want the link or you want the link in the you want me to see the link through the email. Let me know. But the link is in the chat. Hold on. Hold on, family. Let me see something. Okay. Link right there. So you jump hop on that. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. No problem. Um, so he was in New York to have football camp. Went well too, you know. Know his football to my life and gave money. I forgot the charity that he gave it to. So I'm sorry about that. I forgot, but he was there. And the ones and then different types of people was in this camp. You know, but he was there. So that's why I told people I understand, feel, and people want to say how they feel, and I understand, but you lose a life, there's nothing to play with. And even like you don't have to like the person. Respect the family. Okay? Respect the family. Okay. Like my man up here. Peace, peace, peace to you and your family.
Peace to you and your family as well, brother. How you been?
I'm just grinding.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, by the way, to all the Muslim folks out there, Eid Mubarak. You know, they started Eid yesterday for some of them. Brothers are starting it today, or possibly later tomorrow. So this entire weekend, no, for the Muslims, they ended the fast, so they're celebrating their holiday Eid. So much love to them and everybody. You know. Anyway, the legacy OJ. I mean, what can I say? Great actor, pitchman, one of the greatest NFL players out there. But his legacy. You can't escape the fact, his transgressions, alleged transgressions, and we're not going to bring that up, but we will
No, we're
celebrate
not.
his life. You know, he was a man. He was flawed, and just to find out, he passed from prostate cancer. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I heard he was suffering for a while too.
oh wow. I can understand people keeping it private about that. But and you dealing with that, it's like it's not easy. I mean,
Not.
do you remember Charlie Murphy? No, Charlie Wilson from the Gap Band.
Yeah.
He's a prostate cancer survivor. He's been, yeah. If you ever listen to his song "If I Believe,"
Yeah.
he was going through a lot of that at that time. Charlie was going through. Yeah, salute Kane. What's good, man? Sorry. He was going through a lot because
Mhm.
remember when the Gap Band, they ended in 2010 because the youngest Robert passed away.
Right.
And around that time is when Charlie would get his diagnosis. He got diagnosed early with prostate cancer, and
Right.
since his overcoming of prostate cancer, as well as trying to maintain his sobriety,
Right.
he had the right support system. He didn't relapse thankfully, because he had drug and alcohol addiction problems, but he's overcame that. He's been like sober for like 90, 95, so it's going to be 35. It's going to be 29 years this year, later this year. 29 years sober. And, since then, Uncle Charlie's been like a big advocate for prostate cancer awareness. Every time he tours, he goes to every single church or any of her, any other community center and tries to raise awareness about prostate cancer. Because he talks about the story about how or any barbershop he goes to, just raise awareness about that. He's chopping up with the fellas and stuff. And he talks about how one of his dudes, one cat, a big fan of his, came up and said, Charlie, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have gotten tested. Me and my boys all got tested, and we found out we all had it. But we figured since you could overcome it, we could overcome it as well. I myself, I remember about a decade ago, when I learned about, Charlie Wilson's, diagnosis and whatnot, I called home. I had a serious conversation with my father, and we talked about it. And he went and got tested, and I said, "Yo, let me know how it goes because I need to get tested myself."
Yeah.
And my dad, he got tested. Things came back negative for him, but he was good. I myself, I got tested last year.
Yeah, before the year's out, I'm gonna get tested myself. But I heard there's many ways that you can get tested now too, and that's good.
Well, yeah, with me they did the blood test called the PSA test. Although there's still questions about the accuracy of it. But you keep that.
Oh, so you ask them, you can ask to do a blood test and find out your prostate is okay, right?
Well, yeah, but then again, if I gotta go the natural route, here's what I usually say, sir. Especially I said this to my doctor, sir. I'm not scared of a doctor's finger because I grew up with my father's foot in my ass. Okay. I remember thanking my father for putting that foot in my ass because that let me know anytime I messed up, that foot had to be up in the ass. Let me know you messed it up, got to get you back in line somehow. And wasn't always right, but he did what he had to do. So thinking about that and thinking about OJ passing from that must have been really severe because we were talking late stage, stage 4.
Yeah.
We don't know. But that should raise awareness for a lot. That should be an even greater reason for Black men to get tested because if you have a relative who has had it, either died or survived it, your chances of having it is even greater. So you got to get tested either. I mean, like I said, Charlie Wilson, he survived prostate cancer, but his first introduction to that was the death of his late father because his father died from that very cancer.
Yeah.
So that needs to be seriously looked at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As far as like OJ's legacy, I mean, we understand how the media looked at him, and I remember when Jay Chappelle talked about the 5 times he met OJ, and there was a lot of respect for him because the juice. But we also know the juice was still a human being, and he was not without his shortcomings. But how he was with us and how he was as a man should be commended. But we got to take the bad with the good because you have to look at it and think, yeah, this was a flawed person. He was who he was, and there were controversies. There were some certain controversies we didn't agree with, like for example, like Herschel Walker, he opposed the whole taking of the knee. That
right.
That what's his name was doing. I forgot. What's that quarterback's name? The one who did the whole taking the knee. Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, Colin Kaepernick, right.
Because I remember OJ, then again, OJ's got bad knees. He couldn't take a knee. So I don't fault him for that. But you know what I'm saying? Not to disrespect him, but taking the knee and everything, he opposed that, but he had a right to view things how he did. We just have to accept it.
Right.
He was who he was. We didn't agree with him, but his legacy, and he still had an impact on the Black community in one way or another. We all remember him affectionately, but we also remember him not so affectionately. And we have to see him for the true person he was. And all I want to say is just like, may he rest in peace, and his family need that moment of privacy.
Yep, that's
I don't think.
exactly what I was saying before you saying. I said they need our support. So we dedicate this live to OJ, the late great OJ Simpson, and his family.
I mean, losing a father is not easy, man. I mean, I lost my
Nah,
father last year, so I mean,
yeah,
you lost your father. I remember you talked about your father. Your father was a veteran and such.
huh?
Your father was a veteran, from what I understand, correct?
No,
I remember
but he
when we
was in the
talked
he was
about
in the service. He was in the service.
Yeah.
I think for like 3 or 4 years, and then when he was fighting, he got both his fingers cut off.
Ouch.
So he was always a
Okay.
cook. So he was a cook. He was a cook in the service. He cooked in World War II. Plus, he was fighting because he was a chef.
Oh man.
So
I'm sure even without two fingers, his cooking skills were just amazing.
oh yeah, what official?
Taught you how to cook. He probably
Yeah,
taught you how to cook. He said, "Boy, come here."
I see. I was seeing him, and then after that, I catch on. I caught him when I was early, and he was saying like, you make your own concoctions and all that. That part of cooking. So I could do something. I
I
could
hear
do
you.
I could do something. You know what I'm saying? See, in this world, people don't talk about fathers, but they should, especially when you lose a father. They don't talk. I mean, the mothers, no doubt about it, y'all deserve. They put it out there, y'all deserve. But fathers, yeah, that's all right.
Nah. I mean,
Wrong with
it's like
that.
I live up. The strange thing I can tell you, like, because I live up in Norway, and Father's Day is in November. But the thing is, November is also Prostate Cancer Awareness Month as well. It's Men's Health Month as well. So they have the blue ribbons out. People do the mustaches, and I also understand, like up here, the North Scandinavian folks, they have some of the highest rates of prostate cancer as well.
Yeah.
In Europe as well as in the world. So I'm like, so they take that prostate cancer their stuff seriously. I know some people. I've met people who've lost fathers, and male relatives to that.
Yeah.
And I remember meeting one gentleman who over here. He's American expat, American Norwegian. He's a prostate cancer survivor. Because I remember having a conversation with him about that because he had to do evasive treatment for that. I remember also there was a gentleman that we used to chop it up with BGS and everybody, who was also a prostate cancer survivor. And I said, I just looked at them and said, you guys are my inspiration, just like my father, to get tested because this stuff is serious.
Yes.
To lose a man, I understand, eventually something's gonna get you. Because when it's our time to go, something's gonna get you. May not be cancer, could be cardiovascular disease, could be a stroke. We all pray that we all die of natural cause when it's our time to go. So it's just like, I just hope he would. I just want to just say, just like, may he rest. I just like want to say, like, he's no longer in pain. He no longer has to have like that big shadow over him.
Yeah.
Because the last like 30 years, his life was like overshadowed by so much controversy and whatnot.
Yeah, and it's like he don't have to worry about none of that no more. He finally can rest in. He finally can rest in peace, and I know it's sad to say, but finally he can rest in peace.
Death is a part of life, whether we like it or not.
Right.
I mean, I've lost people, especially the part of the world where I come from. Death is, I've been in the service myself. I've lost friends in the service, and there have been older generations of my family who've been in the service who made the sacrifices and whatnot, So I've been around veterans, and when you get nostalgic about people you lost, and death and everything, people who died at like complications, health-related complications, people who died from unnecessary accidents or something like that. And it makes you freaking treasure life more often. But
Yeah.
I just hope that like, and I apologize for bringing everybody down, but I just hope that the older generation, I'm sure LJ himself, when it was his time to go, I'm sure he prepared his children for the most important lesson there is in life, and that is how to face death without fear. I remember my grandmother telling me, like, when my great grandfather first held me in his arms, he realized that just strengthened his faith in God, but that prepared him to say, when it's my time to go, I'm not afraid because I've had a full life and I know my time will be coming soon, and I accept it without any fear. And he looked at my grandmother, his daughter, as well as my parents and everybody, said the last lesson in life is to not fear death, because death is going to come for us one way or another. And fortunately for like some of my family members, like my father, my grandmother as well, they died peacefully. So they accepted. So they when it was their time to go, they accepted without fear. And I'm just like I just hope that when it's my time to go, I can just face that without fear. But until then, I'm just gonna keep living, too stubborn to die, and keep kicking, and try to be the best person I could be. And OJ, even with that smile and everything, you couldn't take that smile away from him. First of all,
No, you can't. No.
Those two countries you got in the background, you can't take away those smiles.
No, you can't. Right. And it was hard. It was hard to find a background for him, matter of fact. And I said, I'm going to jump on this one. So I said, because at first I was going to use another background, good at good evening. And I said, nah, it didn't feel right to me. I said, I got to find a background for him. So I said, I like that one. So that's why I use it as the background.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the football. I thought it was a basketball he was signing for a minute. For a minute, I thought that was a basketball. My mistake. I thought it was football.
It's a football. It's all right. It's all right.
But the Jews, man. I mean, you couldn't take away that. That's the one thing they couldn't take away from him. That was his smile.
His smile, yep.
Magic Johnson, they could never take away his smile. Even when he had to retire from the league, he was still smiling. The late Charlie Murphy, Eddie Murphy's older brother, he always had a smile on his face.
But let me tell you let me tell you what was going on when I was searching for the background, because I got the thumbnail. I said, okay. And let me tell you what happened when I was looking for the background, right? Mm-hmm. Right? And what happened was it was people smiling. They said, I'm glad. Somebody said, I'm glad they said they glad that somebody took the smile away from him. And when I was going through, I sit back like this, like, wow. And I read other things. I was like, I tell people, do you understand? Yeah, he lost his life. But do you understand what his family have to go through right now? They have to read stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, you remember the name Jerry? Let me ask you something. Do you remember the name Jerry Krause? Because this is relevant. Okay, Jerry Krause, who was the general manager of the Chicago Bulls.
Chicago Bulls, yes.
Yeah. Okay, was it earlier this year or last year when
I think it was last year. Last year.
Yeah, it was last year. Now he's been dead and gone for quite some time. His widow is still alive.
Right.
But, at the United, his wife, his widow is still around. So when his widow was there when they were announcing him being in the circle of honor and whatnot. Everybody in the attendance, because Jerry Krause was a very polarizing figure, they just hurled boos just at the man.
Yeah, I seen it. I say that.
Imagine,
Wow.
imagine if they did that to like, because you're a Knicks fan, you're a Knickerbocker fan. Imagine if they did that if Jeff Van Gundy was being announced, if Jeff Van Gundy was being honored,
Mm-hmm.
and Jeff Van Gundy, his tenure with the Knicks, it was pretty comical. You know what I'm saying?
They was, but he not how to coach.
Yeah, he knew how to coach. Unfortunately, he couldn't break up a fight.
Yeah, wherever the Knicks had, I'm gonna tell you, wherever the Knicks had, he got to the finals, he got deep in the playoffs. So I gotta give him credit to, but it is comical. But I'm like, but yeah, but New York is like that too.
I know.
They are.
You gonna hate me for this, but one of the memories I have of Jeff Van Gundy was him on Alonzo Mourning's leg, trying to break up the fight between Alonzo and Graham and Larry Johnson. Come on.
Right, but I'm saying, but right, and it's funny, but it goes to show you when he go the length to protect his team.
He even took a punch from Marcus Camby. He took a punch from Marcus Camby to stop Camby from catching an ejection. I agree with what you're saying. That's why I bring it up. He tried to stop one of his players from doing something stupid and got hit and took a hook to the eyebrow. He ended up, with stitches and shit and such.
And I'm saying, you look at Van Gundy, he's a walker. That's it. You go out like that, you like. I watched this. Said, well, Van Gundy, you shouldn't do that. But at the same time, you see the player, they play hard for him, and that's what the thing about that. And that's what the thing that people feel understand that I ain't going to get off the subject, but if a Nick had a better supporting cast, they they're right there with the Spurs and stuff. It's just that they cannot close out games.
Yeah,
same as that. The Spurs was better. The
Marcus
Spurs was better.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I remember because you had some great players on that Knicks team. You remember Latrell Sprewell, despite the mess with at Golden State with PJ Carlesimo, you had Allen Houston, Marcus Camby, but then Camby would leave to Denver. You guys would get Carmelo Anthony later, but it was what it was. I mean, let's not forget
that better supporting cast. That's all it was. But
let's not forget.
But these games was close. It was no blowout.
Yeah.
The Spurs now to finish the Spurs now to close out games. That's it.
I remember, but like I said, remember when the fight between Zoe and Grandmama. That serious stuff. Even Pat Riley. Pat Riley said when people were like critical because it was a low scoring game. Pat Riley at the press conference, post game press conference was like, I think that was a beautiful game because you saw two defenses just, putting it up. They were not letting no easy baskets in. This was hard.
This is crazy, right? But see, that was during the time that the NBA was like the sponsors was telling them, listen, you got this not work for us. You got to take some of these this got to be more offense and stuff. But that was real basketball. And it just and that's where the NBA they took a turn, and now you see what it is right now. I love basketball. That's my favorite sport. But I look at I look at the games. I'd be like,
we were spoiled in the '90s. You were spoiled in the '80s. I was still a baby in the '80s. You were spoiled.
I was spoiled '70s, '80s,
that too.
'90s, and 2000. I was 7. Listen, I was 3. Listen, I was 3 when the Knicks won the championship, and I was 7 when the Knicks won another championship. Also, I remember 78-79.
Bill Russell.
Yeah. Right. I also remember 78-79. Seattle Supersonics and Washington Bulls was the best teams. They play each other in the finals.
Right.
Well, I think Washington won in 78, and I believe Seattle won in 79. back to back, y'all. Those are two best teams.
Those were the days, man. I mean,
Those were the days, man.
Those were the days for y'all. I mean, I grew up a soccer fan as well, but I love basketball. But you got a point there because that was a different era. It was a different game. Let's not forget you also had the ABA also until they merged with the NBA.
Yeah, and also, and I'm gonna tell you a soccer though. My favorite soccer player is the late great Pele.
My dad would love you for that. Because
that's my best. Because you think the way he had for the game, I'm talking about historically in the world. Them Brazil teams was no joke back in the 50s and the 60s. Was no
because
they was low. They could play. They could play a professional soccer team that would beat them. They were that good.
They called it they had. You know what they called I think what's the term in Portuguese? I think it's called jogo bela. Jogo bela means the beautiful game because the way they played it was beautiful and everything.
It was beautiful, and I mean the way they played, they was ahead of their time in soccer.
Yeah,
when you had two forwards pushing it, then you had the wings and the oh man, I know a little soccer now. Don't tell nobody.
No, it's all right.
I know a little something. I know a little something. I know a little something.
I hear you, because I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna keep it tight, quite a step, because that South, those Brazil. Let's not forget the Argentinians, because
the
South America, they have the different styles. Great teams. Me coming from Africa, you got some great African styles of play and everything.
Too. It was different. Yeah, with different varieties and stuff. But Brazil started. I said for me, when I'm seeing the tapes throughout the year. I mean when I see throughout the years, Brazil was ahead of their time. The way they was swinging the ball around. Then you have and then
dribbling.
The way they had the goalie. I was like, the goalie, because a lot of people don't know, the goalie was not really called the defense and stuff. But at that time, Brazil was the first one. The goalie was calling it to a set in the defense. So I said, oh wow, they were ahead of their time. And Pele, his mind is crazy. I'm sorry, the late great Pele. Oh, his mind, he could play. He a soccer player. He could play any era.
Vaya con Dios, Pele. Vaya con Dios. That's how they say be with God. Whenever somebody dies, or when somebody's traveling anywhere, with Puerto Rican, with Latinos, they say vaya con Dios. In Portuguese, they say veo con Dios. So that's something right to say that to him. And by the way, Pele was only 5'7".
He was only 5'7", right? He wasn't that. And he was slim. And he was slim.
Slim. He was slim and 5'5", because he's from the South. He's from the southern part of Brazil, Afro-Brazilian, and growing up and making a name for himself in Sao Paulo. Playing for Santos, one of the greatest clubs in Brazil. That's his club. He made that stadium one of the greatest, and he was a national treasure. But there's a documentary about
cathedral. It was a cathedral back.
Yeah.
It was like a world. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it was like a world event.
Mm-hmm. When he passed, that was tragic.
I know, right? I was hurt. I think I did a live on him. I gotta go on my channel, go there. But I think I did a live on him, and I couldn't. They said Pele. I said y'all don't know. I said y'all don't know the significance of Pele, man, throughout the world. Y'all don't. I said y'all ain't know how many barriers he had to break along the way. And then Brazil, Brazil. Oh my God! It was
Afro, because people don't understand. Like, let me say something. Like I mentioned before, African Americans. Let's not forget Afro-Canadians, because you got black folks from Canada who are actually descendants of African slaves, slaves from the U.S. Because remember, some who escaped, they didn't just settle in the north. They went also into Canada. So y'all have common blood with them. Y'all, Afro-Caribbean, Afro-Latinos, you've all been through. You all are descendants from the estimated 12 million plus slaves that were brought from Western and Central Africa within
Yes.
300-400 year time period. All right. Nobody's. I'm not saying nobody suffered less or more. You all suffered in where you all were. You guys have all dealt with slavery and racism. And Pelé himself had to deal with racism
a lot.
He
was. A lot of people don't know. In the 50s, he was. They ain't want him in Europe, and he was better than the players in Europe, and they ain't want him. Even in Brazil too. And in Europe,
you know family. I'll give you an example. Are you familiar with the name Eusebio?
Heard of it.
Okay, Eusebio was a Mozambican-born soccer player. He was born in Mozambique, but he was brought to Portugal when he was a kid. And this is when Mozambique, like Angola, were still colonies of Portugal. 1966 was his coming out party because he took part in the World Cup then.
That's my year, but don't tell nobody.
Oh no! I ain't going to. Eusebio.
I was messing with you.
Yeah. But Eusebio, when he was brought to play for Portugal, that was the first time you've had a black person play for a European club. Then in the 70s and 80s, you started seeing black players playing for other European clubs. For example, João Tigana. João Tigana is from one of the Francophone islands, I think Martinique or Guadeloupe, which is still part of France. And he ended up playing with like Michel Platini and everybody in the 80s. And he was part of that team that helped, France win the European Cup in '84. And then you started seeing a lot of, and then in the 90s, you started seeing like black players in the 80s, you also saw black players for the Netherlands, UK started seeing black players in the 80s, so it's you see that racial barriers is getting knocked down, but you still have a lot of that in Europe. But and black players from Africa, from South America, they're still dealing with racism when they play professionally in Europe.
Yeah, exactly. They do, especially when they play them in European leagues. A lot of people don't know how they treat them dirty in European leagues for years.
I know, and that tells you a lot. And man, and nobody's. And by the way, number one grinder, underrated darkness. This should let you know. Yeah, we're talking about the life of one man here, O.J. Simpson. But even then, we all always going to be drifting to one topic to another, interconnected, because we are multifaceted brothers here. We talk about a lot of things, and a lot of those things are interrelated because it's
connected
and everything together, interconnected.
But see, this
is all love.
Man. Well, when you first met me at the snowman and stuff, that's what I do. I could talk about anything.
Actually, we met on Charles's stream. On Charles's stream, that's where we met, you and I.
Oh, Charles Faulkner.
Because I was under Charles Faulkner, because Charles and I like the same. Because you might remember, there was like
because the Charles Faulkner.
Yeah, I was.
Y'all need to go to Underrated Doctors. He talked about. Yeah, I remember. Right.
Yeah, because we were talking about. Yeah, we chopped it up,
And people don't want to come. But it's all right.
I don't. Hey, you're the best trade secret for a reason.
I am.
Nobody knows.
I'm a best case secret on social media. I am. I am. I know I am. There's no ifs.
Man, big brother, you a lot, man. You funny, but I respect that, I understand you take everything with
it. Somebody told me, say you funny. I said I am. Okay. But I do got underrated true life stories that I got to bring that up to. So I might do that. I might do something like that in the future. But probably before the
God
month
willing.
is out. God's willing. Yeah, I do a lot.
My people religious. I gotta say God willing.
Go through my channel. I tell people, hey, what's up, Oz? How you doing? Sis, I ain't seen you in a while. Great to see you. That's another channel you need to check out. That's a deep channel. But like good to me, I talk about everything, and I've been through things too. That's what I could talk about sports. I could talk about stuff, and I could talk about Pelly because I'm around it. I read. You know, I know how some people impact me in my life globally. That's what I'm saying. That people, listen, I am the best kept secret on social media. Yes, I am. I know I am. I know I am. And people say, you knocking yourself down. I'm not knocking myself down. I'm telling you the real. I'm the best kept secret on social media. I am.
Absolutely.
I am.
This might blow your mind when I say this. Like I'm sure there's a verse that says something like this in the Bible, but in the Holy Quran it is said that he who brings joy and laughter to his companions deserves a place in Jannah or a place in heaven. So those dudes who bring the good vibes, bringing the positivity to everybody, they need to be protected upon everything. They need to be protected from all the evil out there. Because those are people who are doing God's work, they're doing the righteous thing, and trying to bring people together, even in times of joy and sorrow. I mean, even though we're mourning the death of somebody, we still gonna be cracking jokes at a funeral, man.
Yeah.
We all crack jokes at funerals at certain times, you know. We're all gonna be cracking jokes because when we get all nostalgic about people, we're gonna be start cracking jokes and start having laughter, you know, because sometimes
Right.
people cry.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also it's also to to celebrate that person's life, you know.
You gotta
You know,
celebrate that. Because he lived it for people could say oh he want to, people could say this and that. I said whatever he did, he was the best, and he was one of the best broadcasters back in the early 1980s too. I mean throughout the 80s. I'm sorry, throughout the 80s.
throughout the 80s, you know, because when did he retire from football?
Huh?
When did OJ retire from
I
playing football?
believe in 70, I think it was 82. I think it was 82, I think.
Okay.
Oh, you have a
Remember
new
in the
channel?
70s?
You have a new channel, Oz. Put that in it. You got a new channel?
Oh, she got a new channel?
Yeah,
I gotta check
yeah.
that out. She got a new channel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, new
All right,
channel.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, plug that up, yo. Thank you. Yeah, I got you now. You supposed to let me know stuff like that. I just messing. But there goes the link right there, ladies. If you want to come up and you'll pay your respects to Eyes of Art, okay. If you want to come up, you can, Eyes. But I'm just letting you know at 6:35 p.m. I'm gonna do a chop up with a brother, Broke Genius. At 6:35 p.m. East Standard Time tonight. I'll be back at 6:35 tonight. I'll be doing a chop up of with Broke Genius on his channel. So we're gonna stay here for I said I can give it about maybe 10 more minutes. Then I gotta go
10
and
would be
get
right.
get ready. But
Situated.
we're gonna stay a few more minutes, no problem.
No problem, no problem. I understand. I gotta respect gotta respect your time and everything, you know. This is your channel.
I gotta get ready. I got my mind. You see how you said I'm a jack all trade. So now I gotta get up and do a chop up. See, that's what I'm saying. That's me. I'm a jack
just
all
make sure
trade. Huh?
just make sure all the tools are sharp and primed and ready for everything. As my dad would say.
The wife?
Because
We ain't married yet, Isaac. We ain't married yet, but the miss, she's fine. I talked to her earlier. Now,
wifey, the better half.
better have. I ain't married yet, but that's. But I understand what she's saying. I get what she's saying. But yeah, yeah, I talked to her earlier. She's doing fine. She's doing fine. Thanks for asking. Appreciate that. How's your family doing? How's yours doing? Matter of fact, bro.
My family are right. I mean, I'm single first of all. Never been married. Been in a couple relationships, but open to it. But I'm happy by myself because if you don't know how to be happy with yourself, how you gonna be learning? How you gonna be happy with somebody else? You can't rely on other people to make you happy if you don't know what makes you happy first. And it's not nothing foul. I mean, because I come from a traditional African family, and there's an emphasis on marriage and children and everything, but not for everybody.
I got you.
But my family, they good. My family's good. My family's all right. I mean, I keep in touch with them as much as possible.
Ooh, oh my God. Now, Rena's eyes of art. I know what you're talking about. Eyes of art, because I see some things too. They need to get out too. Now, it ain't come from me, but I know other people. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
They need to get out. They do. She's right. You know, you got.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, sis. But you got some people.
I'm sorry. I don't understand. I don't really understand what you mean.
No, she talking about her family. She got kids.
Oh.
You get out. And what I'm saying is right. What I'm saying is this. I know some that even what she talking about, I know exactly what she talking about, and I agree with that too.
You're gonna miss him soon. I know, but you gotta understand something. Yeah, but you gotta understand about mothers. It's like even when you're in the house, they tell you gotta leave, but when you move out, they're always gonna be saying, "When you gonna come visit?" A mother's job is never done.
A parent is going to be a parent regardless. But I understand what she's saying because they are grown kids. I'm not talking about eyes of art. I'm not talking about your family. Trust me, I'm not talking about your family. But I know other families. They grown kids live. They're not growing, and then they figure that they saving them, but you're not. One way the world, one way the other. You got to meet this world. You gotta learn to be a grown up. And sad thing in society, what they had done, they said it's okay, you can live what you want because they don't know how to deal with. No, you gotta crawl before you walk. I did. And I have to go back to my mom's twice. But the second time around, I ain't never came back. But I experienced it though. And other people had experienced it though.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you from my own experience, it's like, when you start, what is it? Mothers always say, it's like, when they crawling, it's one thing. But as soon as they start walking, that's when you really got to be on your toes and watching them. Because now they're tall, now they can stand on their own. They can walk around. They're going to be exploring a lot more often. They're going to get into a lot of things. They're going to start running.
There you go. Okay.
So you got to catch up with them. Oh.
Hello, it's me.
Sis.
How are you, underrated?
You still grinding. Your brother still
grinding.
There
you go. Number one grinder always.
There you go. That's right.
We got Instagram, so I see you all the time, you and your wifey.
Yeah. Thank you. I think that. Yeah, but I just want to let me say this to Oz. I want to thank you for your consistent encouragement.
No problem.
Because you know why? Because there are some women. I'm talking about some. Oh, why he with her for? He don't. I said sometimes in life you can find somebody that want to be there. What's wrong with it?
I support it because you look much happier. You look like you're just a total different light. So I support it. Anything that changes somebody.
What's wrong with before?
It's beautiful. No. This is a different look. You're smiling. You growing your beard. Like, trust me, this is a different look. Trust me. It's a blessing. It's a good thing.
A lot of people don't like it.
That's crazy. That's the devil.
It
right?
is, isn't it? Right? Yeah. I'm glad you just said. Remember me and Oz, and let me tell you, Oz had been on it for a minute now. Right. So we could talk like this. She said, I said, well, she said, you'd be nice, you'd be a nice lady. And I said, I don't worry. I said, listen, I said, I'm not going to take a lot. You know what I mean? I'm a good person, but I've been through a lot. And, she said, trust in God, somebody going to come in your life. You said, you're a good person. I said, sometimes I don't want to be a good person. People trying to do me dirty. And I'm tired, Oz. And I never forget, brother, I was tearing up, and that's so I closed the show, and she was right there. And she said, "Brother, somebody gonna come in your life." I said, "You watch and see. They don't know. They don't know the brother that I know. Somebody gonna come in your life." And you know, she said that I believe that back in I think towards the end of 2021.
Yeah.
And I met them, and I met the miss of March of 2022. So I just want to let you know, I never thank you. I want you to thank you so much that never gave up on me and encouragement. Because a lot of women, they would, oh, what's the matter?
Brother.
Him?
Question.
Him? Go ahead.
No, I want to thank you too for the encouragement because you just made me grind even harder on my channel. So when I see you, it's just be like, he could grind. I'm gonna grind too. So I thank you for your
Just have fun with the process. Just have
Huh?
fun with the process, like I said. I said, just have fun with the process.
You gotta want to do it.
Before
You gotta want to do
I
it.
have a question, actually.
Yeah, because
Before you continue, I have a question, actually.
I started a new channel called Eyes of Art. It was more about my business. I'm changing it again because we got some haters in the house, and I gotta change up my shit and make people look stupid. But it was about my business called Eyes of Art, and I do t-shirt designs. I do artwork, and I put it on t-shirts and I sell them. And I also do whatever you want them to want on your shirt. So that's
my t-shirt. All right, cool.
Yeah, that's my business that been up for like 2 years now, thank God. So that's what my channel is mostly about. But you're gonna see a lot of bull crap on it too. But I handle my business. So if you want a shirt, come on over to Eyes of Art.
I want a shirt.
All right.
Say it again.
I want a shirt.
You want a shirt? You buying a shirt? It's a business, brother.
Well, I mean, when I get the money, I'm buying a shirt.
All right, I give you a discount. All right, you ain't gotta do nothing because I could take a picture from your I could stalk your page and get your stuff from your page and I can make it.
Sister Eyes, you know what? You the person I probably want to talk to because I do got some ideas that I want to start a merch, but I know it takes money.
Yep.
But I know it's gonna take money. But I want to talk to you a little bit about it later on. I'll talk to you more about that. I got a few designs.
Right. Nah, remember we've been talking about this. So
yes. Right.
Remember when you was talking about the first time I just had started, my machines got bigger and better, trust me. So I'm a manufacturer. Am I saying that right, sir?
Yes.
Manufacturer.
You right.
So I produce vinyl, I produce DTF prints, I produce anything merch, I make it. You want it? I got it. And it's all from my home, a family small business.
And you know what, Sister Eyes? Can you do me a favor? You still got my email, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I want to do, because I was talking, because I want you to come back at 6:35, because Broke Jeans talking about business. But I want you to come back to that 6:35, because I'm gonna close this out by another 3 minutes. But I want you to come to that. But also, I'm gonna start. I used to do that back in the days. When I'm gonna start doing, I'm gonna handpick people. I'm gonna let people know I'm gonna handpick people. Like people have small businesses. I'm not saying interview them, but I want you to put it out there.
Right. Okay. Thank you for
I'm gonna handpick people. And I want you to be one of them to come to the channel, and we could talk about anything you want. We talk about anything besides business, but we're gonna talk about the business, and we're gonna talk about that. And then you got a rent, so we're gonna put the business out there, and we're trying to get people. Because I'm trying to get my channel back up, monetized. And they took hours away.
My channel's different now. I got supporters. I will support you. They will definitely you'll be seeing them flooding your room. Once I support you, they will be flooding your room. I'm dead serious. This ain't them corny supporters, and this is whole different people. Trust me, and they about support.
Well, you always got me anyway. You always say that, Honorary, don't even worry about it. It's gonna come. Even if I have to help you, but like I said, but because I want to do something with you. I want to do something with you before the month is out. So let's plan something Just you gonna be you the only one gonna be up there. We
Right.
can talk about different stuff, but we're gonna talk about the business and bring the people on. I want you to bring people so people because we gotta turn this up. So I willing to do that. You know
All
what I'm saying?
right. What's
So
the business deal? All right.
yeah. We wanna keep it in the I want to keep it in the underrated one family. There
Excuse
ain't
me,
no searching here,
underrated.
searching there. We're gonna keep it in the underrated one family.
Right.
I'm
Excuse
going
me.
back what I used
I
to
don't mean
do.
to interrupt.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
you
I
down
thought
with
it
it?
was,
You down with it? We keep it an
I
underrated
know, but
family because
Diamond.
I find out when you trying to go here, I could do that. I've been done it.
But stay where you doing it. Trust me. You don't want to mingle and tingle.
No, I'm not
Stay.
gonna mingle. What I'm saying is this: that when you dead and then we will fuck with you on the radio. We come in, they all come, then they all suddenly listen, my channel's not for everybody.
Amen.
It's not. My channel covers everything. This is not the channel for you. If you want to be accountable, this is a channel for you. Because I hold myself accountable. But if you don't want to hold yourself accountable, this is not a channel for you. If you don't want change in your life, this is not the channel for you. If you want to better yourself, this is a channel for you. It's all about growth and stuff.
Silk Diggy, can you tell me about yourself, Silk Diggy?
Yeah, go ahead. Before I close that.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I just wanted to remind the underrated, the timing and everything, because I know he got stuff to do later on. Just want to remind him. Also, but before I leave, brother, thank you for having me, bro. But since since you met your lady, to use a Motown reference, would it be safe to say you guys are like Tammy and Marvin? You and your better half. You know what I mean?
I know
Tammy
exactly.
Terrell, Marvin Gaye.
Drop down.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
we there, but there's a little turmoil too with it. So that's what Tammy took. Why you eyes come back? I want you to close out with
He'll come
us.
back.
Eyes, I want you to
Well,
come
I
back.
gotta go right now, but
Okay,
I gotta
make
get
it last.
going. But
Before you do,
thank
make
you
it
for
last
having me.
remarks. Make it last remarks. Come on now.
My last remarks is R.I.P. to OJ. May we all be better, learn how to learn from his example, but also learn to be better people and also take better care of ourselves. R.I.P. to him and condolences to his family. And to all of us, may we all be better people and try to be smarter about this. A little bit wiser, a little bit stronger, a little bit better. Peace.
Peace. Oh, you here? Okay. Eyes, make your last remarks in the chat. Make your last remarks in the chat. Again, before I close this out, another 30 to 35 minutes, I will be back 6:35 p.m. tonight doing a chop up with Brother Broke Genius. The link is in the chat, so I want y'all to hit that. All right, he gonna talk back. That's all. Tell Sister Eyes, I want you to come back because most of it we gonna talk about business. We gonna talk other stuff. We're gonna talk about business. And I'm just saying this that the real juice right here. And I know a lot of people had talked about him, but his charge. Yeah, I want you to come back. Seriously, come back 6:35. He got acquitted. I want you people to understand. He got acquitted. And there was still people was trying to steal stuff that he earned. And he fought prostate cancer. He still was taking care of his kids. Yeah, Bonnie Rose, I want you to come back. The link is right there. 6:35. Please come back. Because it's going to be on and popping. People could talk about him they want. The only one that he had to listen to is God. But in this channel, we're going to celebrate the life. And at the same time, we're going to dedicate to his family. Because the family is going through it right now. His family is going through it. And they need our encouragement. So just take the hatred out wherever you want to feel, wherever you want to feel. But just understand. I say this a little over an hour and a half ago. Don't be surprised when you want to say hatred. It comes back to you and your loved ones has passed away too. Because karma ain't no joke. You better remember that. Especially mainstream media. I'm talking to y'all. You better be careful. Because if it happened to y'all, we gonna say so. We're sorry. But ain't gonna be no sympathy. Be careful. If I'm talking about humanity, period, be careful when you're famous or you're not so famous. Be careful. God is real. God remembers. All right? I coined this. Get your weight up. Get your weight up. On behalf of my channel, Underrated Darkness, yours truly, the #1 grinder. One of the best kept secrets on social media. Again, be back at 6:35 p.m. within 30 minutes. It's going down. Broke Genius will chop it up with me, the #1 grinder. On the Darkness round table. All right? So let me get out of here, get myself ready and stuff. But I want to thank everybody that participate on the panel, even the ones in the chat. Thank you so much. OJ, we're going to definitely miss you. Rest in peace. And our prayers is out for the family and friends. Let's keep them later. Let's keep them in my thoughts. All right. Yeah, I see y'all in a few minutes. All right. I'll be back. 6:35 p.m. Be back. But this one is Ghost. Ghost.